What is up, Gem Girls? Welcome to this week's video. I wasn't actually going to record today, but God spoke to me this morning and I wanted to share a short and sweet devotional type video with you guys and share what He's been speaking to me. So I hope you'll stay to the end. Let's get into it. So I was driving to In-N-Out, I was getting some dinner, and I was thinking about what I wanted to share and how I wanted to share it, and ultimately just collecting my thoughts. And I started thinking about hide and seek. Now, you guys have all played hide and seek. Hide and seek is a special game to me. I mean, when I was younger, I would go to my grandma's house every Sunday after church. My cousins would be there and we would play this game. There were some days where my hiding spot was terrible. I mean, my cousin would yell, "Ready or not, here I come," and I would rush underneath the bed knowing full well that's exactly the first place they would look. But then there were other days where my hiding spot was on point. It was amazing. I mean, 20 minutes, 30 minutes have gone by, all my other cousins and my siblings have been found, and they are begging me to reveal myself, but I'm not a quitter. So instead, I would kind of drop hints. I would caw, and lead them into the room I was at, move things here, show my arm there, not fully exposing myself, but just dropping hints so that eventually they would find me. And I thought about it that we actually do this with God. We've gotten so good at hiding where we're at, what we're feeling, and what we're going through, that we desperately drop hints to our leaders and drop hints to our friends, trying to be found and to find comfort in being found, but not actually wanting to expose and reveal ourselves to them. And God kind of spoke to me this morning and He said, "Hannah, I know where you're at." God is like the dad who sees you behind the curtain and tells you, "Hannah, where are you? Hannah, where are you?" but knows exactly where you're at. And so the verse of the day today was talking about having a change of heart. And I was thinking about the heart, and I started looking at verses about the heart, and this one stood out to me, and this is what I want to share with you guys and encourage you in. In 1 Samuel 16:7, let me get to it, it says, "People judge by the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." And I thought this was so cool because we could fake it to every person in our life. They could have come to the conclusion that we are okay, but God is the only person that knows exactly where we're at. And that's a freeing thing because we don't have to hide or be afraid to expose ourselves before Him. I know during this quarantine, there have been many opportunities for deep things to come to the surface. I mean, just the other couple weeks ago, I was sitting on my couch and I just started crying out of disappointment, out of sadness, out of loneliness. And it wasn't until I brought that to God that I found reassurance and confidence that I'm not alone, that this time is changing for everyone, but the one thing that remains the same is Jesus. He will never change. And there have been a couple things that have helped me with this idea of a heart change. The first happened actually this week. One of my friends was on a Zoom call and they texted me and said, "Are you okay?" because they just noticed I was disconnected. And I told them, "Yeah, I'm fine." And I was able to fake it. And I went to bed and I woke up that next morning and I was reading my Bible and I just felt God say, "Hannah, be honest with yourself." So in my journal, I wrote down what actually I was feeling, what I thought I was discouraged by and disconnected by. And then I texted that person and it led to a phone call and then ultimately prayer, which I felt made me feel 10 times better. And I think God puts people in our life for a reason. You have EFAM, you have your leaders, you have friends who are on the same journey with you. And those type of friends are the good friends to confide in because they'll be the people that pray with you and lead you back to Jesus. And then there's this other thing that really helps, which is reading the Word and finding out what God says about what you're feeling. So when I feel afraid, I know that the Lord has not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. When I'm feeling anxious, He says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but pray about everything." When I feel alone, He says He will neither leave me nor forsake me. And so whatever lies I'm feeling and filling my heart, God sees that and can trade it for truth. And so I wanted to encourage you guys today. I know that some of you guys are an EFAM. I know that this has not been the easiest for you. Some of you guys have reached out to me and I was able to pray for you. And I know that you felt better. But I want to encourage anyone who's feeling alone that you're not alone in this, that there are things to work out, but God knows where you're at. You can fake it to everyone else, but you can't fake it to God, and that's a good thing. And so I just wanted to encourage you guys and let you know that God loves you. He sees where you're at, and He wants to help you and get you through it. And so I love you, girls. I hope that this was encouraging to you. Have a great rest of your week. Peace.